Hello gamers, what's up boys? Welcome to the Uda's video part 3 as the other two parts were muted, so we're gonna do it for a third time. First of all, let me remind you, the giveaway is still running. You could win a 1200 euro GPU, 1200 euros in gift cards, takes you 10 minutes to sign up, and we need about 300 more to complete the goal and unlock the GPU. So if you are interested in potentially winning that, do check it out. But let's get into the Uda's 1516 video on the Empire's Border. Tier 9, Tier 10 battle, which is alright. We have the worst spawn. But let me lead off by saying that I prefer to do this 1516 and hulldown over the STB. However, I'm going to get to the same point. The way this tank plays is that you're most of the time playing it in heavy tank positions. Now, what does that mean? It means you're trading with tanks that have better armor, better alpha, more HP, so you have to be really careful with your trades. Udaz 1516 is not one of those meta tanks that you would say. It's one of those niche tanks. You can have good battles in it, but it all really depends on the MM and etc. It does have a lot of issues with the fuel tanks through the front, instead of getting set on fire rather quickly there. But however, when it performs, it's a good feeling because, like I said, it's an off-meta tank, so performing in off-meta tanks always feels good. I love how I'm not even faster than the rocket monkey behind me. Luckily enough, that one is not as good as the tier 8 premium equivalent. Who would have thought such a thing? But yeah, we get to position here. We always play around this area here. We're going to siege mode to get the extra gun depression. If nobody's coming straight, we just aim at the corner in the hopes that one of their teammates makes a mistake, and they do. We get a free shot of damage out of that on the M5Y. Why people still challenge the South in this day and age, I will not ever know, nor will I ever understand, to be honest with you. Like, it does not make sense to do this play whatsoever. Wait, that's a pen shot. I'm waiting to see maybe the AMX M4 makes a bad peek. Doesn't seem that way though. Where is this pen shot? Oh, they're telling me I can pen it, so I'm gonna try and shoot it, right? But yeah, I don't really want to push up closer to the corner. I could shoot H3 to finish him off though, if I wanted to. I'm not gonna be doing that today. And pushing up in general, I think, is a massive mistake. Because I'm pushing into their heavy tanks, which can trade against me. They are not pushing down though. Usually I would go back in from the guys pushing down, but I feel like pushing up myself is so risky. I mean, luckily enough for us, the BZ is going to take all the attention, so I am going to be pushing up behind this guy. Got a shot against the AMX M4. I got to be careful here though from the Badger, as you can see. So I'm going to be trying to hide from that exact man. I'm going to peek above the rock here to not expose further to more enemies. So I get another good shot out. Might even be able to kill the M4. I finish him off. The Badger there is of course a big threat to me. One that I also do not want to trade with. So I'm going to be going back here most likely for now. And actually just move back towards the middle of the map. I hate pushing this, so I'm not going to be doing it. I think in general it's really garbage to do so. They still have a crossfire. They still have the Badger left alive, even though he's low HP. They still have the 215B on the top, the 50 TP, and potentially the first 145 there as well. I would say that 9 out of 10 times pushing pushing that part of the map is a failure that results into nothing. And now I have to make the decision to either go back up through here or to go back to the base. If the BZ would come at me and the M4 would come at me, we could go back up through here and fight the 215B, who is now watching the lower side of the map. When I do this, I will always move towards the right-hand side instead of the left-hand side, because otherwise the 50B could come back on the left. I gotta be careful though, because right now I don't have any support just yet. I mean, I have an M4 coming, I have maybe a BZ coming in support of me, so I'm gonna give this man a shot. That's 460. I'm not gonna be facing him again now. I'm gonna be facing the 50B. The 50B is just a bit more of a threat. When you go in siege mode, you can always when you go in siege mode, you can always auto aim, and what the hull will do is it will try to go onto maximum gun depression. That is a possibility. I gave the 50B one. I gotta be careful that he does not push me. I do have an M4 on my side though, so I could maybe give him one more. I give him my one more shot, and I'm always backing off right to not take a shot from the 50B. Go back into hulldown, reload, finish him off. Now I want to go pick up the Badger, although he seems to be pretty safe. Instead, I'm going to be shooting the 215B. There's the better shot there as well. The M4 is probably going to pick him up. I would assume he does that. I could probably play hulldown against the Badger now to finish him. And then I want to actually go down. I missed the shot there. I want to go down towards the middle. I'm going to... I got the pen roll there. I want to go through the middle now to clean up the guys in the north. I have a decent bottle with 3.6. It's not great, it's not terrible, and there's some more left. We played it pretty well in the south. Again, I still stand by my point is that pushing through the south is a death wish 9 out of 10 times. If the enemy team has 1 or 2 capable players that are actually using their brain and minimap, they come back from the north, and as a result, you get farmed. We pick up the BZ-120 there. The Skoda T50 is YOLOing forward though, which is unfortunate to see because that's a bit of damage there that we will not be able to get. The TNH, I cannot see him right now either. I can see the Foch though, so I'm going to be picking up the Foch there. Slight amount of more damage, and I'm going to be looking at the TNH now to see if I can get one more shot. That'll give me 4.5 if he just gets spotted, otherwise I gotta go for the type. Landing still here is a bit risky. The type already went back into base and he is a one shot. And the TNH went back into base as well, which probably means that we will get nothing more. I will assume. I guess the TNH just dies to the concept on B. Would be epic if we could get one more shot out here. Maybe 2. Probably not going to happen though. It would have been epic if we did. Ah, we do get our shot actually. One more shot on the TNH gives us 4.4. Epic. And one more even gives us 5. 4,900 and one more shot against him. So a pretty decent battle in the UDAS 15-16. Pretty good usage of the siege mode. There are 6 kills as well. Pretty good. Pretty good, especially for the map again. This tank, it's better in hulldown mode than STB. It has more alpha than STB. 310 pen on the heat is not all that great though, but it is definitely playable. For sure playable. The biggest issue with this is to play with this 15-16 you gotta know how to trade. Because of the lower HP compared to a heavy, and you play the same position as a heavy most of the time, if your trades are bad, you will do much less than you would in like an S-Kong, for example. Because, one, it's just the way it is. Less HP, less capabilities of trading. Fuel tank is weak, gets set on fire quite often through the front. It is something you'll have to learn how to live with. There's no real fixing it unless you play config, but I don't want to replace any of the equipments that I have for config, so I'm not going to be doing that. And another downside of playing a tank like the UDAS 15-16, especially a hulldown medium, is that on some maps, for example Westfield, which is one of the bigger ones, because Westfield is a really good hulldown map, however you spawn on the lower side on Westfield. Always got to keep that into account. And the MM is doing the big funny on us in this one. We play Al Hello. The enemy team gets an extra heavy. They get we get Leo and a Bat for some reason. But the enemy team gets an extra heavy. We have an IS-7 and a BZ versus an AMX M4, an S-Kong, and another S-Kong. Is that fair? Nope. Not even relatively fair. We get an extra tier 9 heavy to compensate a TNH. That, yeah, anyways. We're going to be playing towards the north, keeping into account that we might have to back off early because the enemy tanks being vastly superior to ours. I mean, double S-Kong concept on B, AMX M4. I'm not sure how an IS-7 and a BZ is going to make the difference here. The C55A is going towards the cap. CS is crossing, Leo is crossing, so even their Leo is playing north. In this regard, we want to play B2, most likely, because B2 is a good position for us. I don't know why my BZ is not constantly boosting to get into the north, but whatever. And we're going to be playing in B2, like I said, to peek against this part there. E75 is crazy, though. Maybe he wants to peek the T55A, but I'm not really seeing the reason for this. So the CS already committed in, which is fine. Down the B crossed over, this is also fine. And I'm in position now to shoot the Leo. I missed the Leo. Aim was not perfect, RNG was even worse so. Yeah, from here I can actually peek the concept 1B relatively easy from a good cooldown. And the good savior here is that one of their S-Kongs is behind the corner already. Now I would say this is a very bad position for a heavy tank in general. And that maybe their team committed with too many into the dip very early on, which is usually also a mistake. They spot out the S-Kong there. Could try and hit a Scopola. It's just spray and spray at that moment in time to try and hit this. I want to see if my Trying to hit the third phase, not working out. He might have a peek now though. Under the gun is a possibility. He retaliates though. He makes his peek in the corner. I gotta be kind of careful still with my trades. The VZ-120 is gonna die for this, I would assume. AMX might peek that, because it's an AMX, although he probably will not. I'm not gonna shoot it. P75. Eskunk is a bit of a gamer legend, a very lucky gamer legend at that. Got a shot there against that man. The Leo's actually farming the Eskunk from behind, which is interesting. Trying to hit him under the gun again. I gotta be careful from them trying to push forward here against me, of course. Which I think might be happening right now, actually, if I think about it. I had a good shot against the Tortoise there. I have to immediately back off because the Tortoise is a gamer tank with gamer DPM, and we do not want to be the one trading against him. So we fall back to the further back cooldown. He's gonna shoot the TNH. That's good for us. We aim at his cupola because it's always spennable no matter the angle. Concept 1B goes down. We're up 6k actually. My team doing a massive number on the enemy team. Side of the Tortoise always spennable as well. Back into the hold down. Let him peek my other heavies on the left. Got a good shot on the CS, and now we can probably peek this again. Remember, auto aim helps here to keep the siege mode into gun depression enough to shoot the Tortoise. A good shot there against the Leo. I want to pick up the Tortoise, and that's what I'm talking about, fuel tank damage. And I'm gonna be honest with you, every time your fuel tank gets damaged, you have to repair it. There's no real discussion in my mind about it, because one hit in the lower plate is fuel tank, the second one is fire. It's like the 430U in that regard. You are gonna be set on fire if you do not repair this. So I've always gotten the habit. It's kind of like the 780 as well. If your fuel tanks are damaged in the 780, you simply repair them. That was not a great shot, I guess. I'm pushing in though. I want a shot against Yasko for maximum damage, and I'm actually going to chase the Trifectory here in the hopes that I can get the last shot as well, if I don't crash, of course. Which is going to be fine. I mean, I'm not going to crash. I'm going to get the max damage as well. That's planned. That's yeah, that was epic. Epic aim by me. But yeah, 2 good games in a row now on the US 15-16. I'm surprised my team did this well, actually. For the scenario we were in, we won the lower side and surrounded them rather quickly. I also think their heavies didn't really play optimal. They should have committed much earlier, to be fair. And immediately surrounded us on the upper part and kill us there and push us back. Very passive. AMX also behind the corner. That corner where the AMX is really an awful corner. You don't play it because it doesn't do anything to BH, like especially in a game that doesn't have any ID. You just don't have a good game from there ever. Anyways, let's get into the third game, and at least this recording will have audio, which is epic. To be honest, it's epic to have a recording with audio. I like it personally. Let's see. Okay, so what do we get is Corelia, very heavy from both teams. They have a BZ that could go hill. The 140 has to be TVP. We have 1 less medium than them, 2 less mediums than them actually. I don't know how this MM works sometimes. We have an extra TD and an extra heavy. I mean, it's not that great for the hill though. I'm gonna be going behind the rock. I don't tend to commit to the hill unless I see overwhelming numbers of my team go, which this might be overwhelming numbers. However, I think many of you understand and feel the same way on this map, that if you commit early and you see, even though you have like 4 or 5 people go with you, you see them all stop behind the corner and you're now stuck in no man's land. That is why I tend to play it a bit more chill in the beginning and wait it out because of that. Because I'd rather not be the one in the scenario where I cannot run anymore and I am stuck. However, it seems that there's a guy there, of course. It seems... I mean, my pen marker said it was gonna bounce, and it did bounce, so... I mean, the Udas is definitely not a sniper, by the way. Like, it does not snipe at all. So, like, hitting this is... Perfect aim is what we call that, guys. Perfect aim. Straight up perfect aim. Yeah, another good shot there. Epic. Actually kind of nice. They had both of those. Badger now arriving on the corner. They probably have a TD playing in this, I would assume. Maybe not right now though. But however, a hill commitment doesn't seem a possibility here at this moment in time. Unless I am mistaken about this. They're trying to take the middle through, okay, so there's the 140. Another Badger. I'm actually going to start taking back the middle myself. Because of the fact that we should win the north. Their light is pressured back from the middle, and there's only an STRV unspotted. Which makes it so I don't really have to be too afraid of getting clapped by anything. And from behind the rock I can actually play while my teammates are pressuring the north, which is probably going to spring the 60 TP into either coming with them or running away back towards the base. So the reason he's behind the rock there, I cannot shoot him. However, always, by the way, if you want to like actually get your gun depression, you just slow down slightly before you reach the middle, and then you actually have the gun depression already from the start to be able to shoot this guy first, right? And that makes sense. I even spotted out an STRV. I spotted out their T100 as well, which is kind of unlucky that I spotted out the T100 where he is, because he does have a shot on me. Like he's somewhere there. I'm not sure exactly. Got a good shot on the TVP. He retaliates though, we're fine. I would need some damage on this TVP now though. The STB is here as well. The STRV could have run away. Kinda need my lights to take through the middle, but I don't think they're gonna be willing to do it. So that's a bit unfortunate. The T100 is now in the middle. The T100 is like here, by the way. I don't know where exactly, but it's like somewhere there. Like I can't pinpoint it, but it's hella weird where he actually is shooting me from. Maybe there? Like I'm really not sure where the T100 is right now. I'd love it if my light tried to go or my manticore, because neither of the two lights here are like actually useful. Ah, so he was there. He actually just made it there and spotted. He's not gonna get pressured by the VZ though, so we can just hold the angle. Give him a shot. Make his HP quite a bit lower. Try to find a secondary angle on our T100 friend over here. We do that. He dies. Now my team definitely needs to start going through the... Excuse me. I mean my light tank should definitely start just taking map control here for sure. I want to actually just counter the VZ lights if he's still there. Which I don't think he is. Even Hand is actually just running. Interesting. And I'm just going to go back on the hill here. Like the VZ light completely ran away. Let's go back towards the hill. Badger gets spotted there. That's fine again. I gotta be careful on this hill though. And another neat thing about this tank is that it actually has insane camo. I don't know if you've ever played this or noticed this, but this tank has actually very high camo values for a medium. That's a bit crazy. I got a shot against the 277, however I feel like I'm opening myself for a shot. Which is less than ideal. I had to kill the bat shot there, otherwise he gives me one more shot, which is not very good whatsoever. And now the 277 is in a bit of a predicament. I could try to side scrape this like this to see the back of his tank. I get the shot though, that's very good. He now dies to the other people, which means that Factor 140 has not realized yet that I'm here. Gives me an opportunity to give the 268 V4 one or two shots. Give him one. 140 still did not realize, which means we're going to give the V4 another one. Give the V4 the second shot. He's not going to be pushing up against us. He dies for that. That's good. I'm sure you compare to the 140. We did not realize again. When you get close to the position, you go into siege mode. The speed for siege mode you lower by auto aim. You just give the shot, and you just play from this here. And you can just constantly keep auto aiming because then the gun already depresses, so you don't have the awkwardness of trying to like now start peeking and then wait for the gun depression. You just auto aim it. The gun's already lowering itself. Everything is fine. He gets set on fire. He hates life. And we can go for the shot against the VZ now. We hit that too, which is a nice 6k battle and a pretty good UDAS 15-16 session, actually, if you think about it. Those 3 games, kind of highlighting the strengths of the tank, also the weaknesses of the tank. Low HP, fuel tanks. Didn't get set on fire though, which is a bit lucky. Overall, played it pretty well in that regard. We'll go through the equipment setups. It's kind of standard for me, the equipment setups on mediums. There's more variety that you can do, but it's the ones that I like. It's the ones that I like playing, so it's the ones that I go for. On the tank itself. So one is HP stabs rammer, pretty normal for trading, so top damage. And the second one is turbo stabs rammer. You could try something with improved aiming. It is possible. It's up to you if you want to. It is possible. For the field mods, pretty much the same as every medium. You take the reduction for ammo rack, you take the aiming circle size, then you take the reverse speed, and you take the top forward speed. I don't have full view range from the UDAS, but it's fine. I don't feel like I need it. It's okay. I also have pretty good camo value. And over the 3 games, we managed to do 5.5 in the UDAS, which is pretty good, better than the other 2 recordings that I had. So there is that. Anyways, gamers, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. See you guys all on the very next one. Peace.